everyone, welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios, where anything can happen. And today it's Friday Freebie. And I am working on the notebook element for the August Assembly Line Junk Journal Challenge. Now I am starting with images from KristieArt Designs. I want to use these for the cover on my notebooks. And we're going to do a quick stitch. So I wanted to get these out. I will link Kristie's down below, but this is collage sheet for use personal or small business only. And she is KristieArt Design at etsy.com. So we are using all of these plus a duplicate of this one because I need 9 notebooks. Now, once they are cut out, they measure about a little over 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. So what I've done is I have cut a piece of pumpkin pie cardstock 2 1/2 by 7, scored at the 3 1/2, so that this gives me my spine of my notebook, and then the card will go right on the front. Now this is one of 3 elements that are going to go on the front of this card. So we've got those ready to go. And I'm only going to throw 1 or 2 of them together today. I am recording these on Tuesday, and I'm batch recording several videos at once. I've also gone ahead and pre-stamped the number 31 from a stamp set from Recollections. It's one of their calendar sets. And I'm going to punch those out. I haven't decided if I'm using, my desk is a desk, the 7/8 punch from Stampin' Up, because I'm pretty sure it's just going to be bigger than I want. So let me grab the 1/2 inch punch. Because I may have just figured out my other element. So let's see if we like this one better. Oh yeah, much better. I like that one much better. Okay, so we'll set that one aside. Pitch it or something. And we'll have that one, and I'm going to go ahead and punch another one out so it'll be ready. Go over here, see if I can get into this one more centered. Now remember, before I'm done, I will be making 9 of these. So we stamped the 31 with the Recollections calendar stamp set, punched them out using the Stampin' Up 1/2 inch circle punch. Okay, now I have these scraps left over from when I did pages in the journal, and I decided this was a perfect use for those. That's got some sticky on it. We won't use him, but it lets me have a variety of papers in my notebooks. We're going to fold that and give it a good crease, and that means they are roughly 3 1/2. So I want to make my pages to come down 6 1/4, and at 6 1/4, 3 1/4 be 6 1/2. So let's cut one of those and make sure we're on the right page, because it's been one of those mornings. So we'll do this at 6 1/2, fold it in half, and what was the width on that one again? Because we want it to come in just a little bit from the side too. 2 1/2, so let's cut this to 2 1/4. So 6 1/2 to 2 1/4. And that will fit perfectly inside of our notebook. So let's whip some of those different sizes down really quick. Let's start with our 2 1/4. Because I've got these here I want to see. See, they're a little smaller, and normally I'd be okay with that, but it's a thing that I have going in my head. So I'm going to use these cut from the steno pad. Cannot get those to line up. 2 1/4, and I think I can do several of these at once. More scraps. And I'm going to have 9 of these notebooks to make, so at some point I'm going to have to just cut down more of the steno pads, but this is what was left from cutting the papers down to fit inside the journal itself. So I wanted to use them up first. Okay. And then these at 2 1/4. It has been so dry here, and my hands are such a mess. I think I'm going to have to soak them in vitamin E oil to get them softened up. This one's cut kind of funky, so I'm going to flip it this way and take it off of this side instead. Okay, and then they had to be 7 inches long. Or, yeah, 7 inches long, so we can go here. If I wanted, I could fold this in half, put my fold down here on the 7, or no, on the 3 1/4. 3 1/2? 3 1/2, yeah. And that would just let me just whip the bottom off of one and I won't lose the whole thing. Did I cut that one too long? Yeah, I guess I do want them 3 1/4. Okay. So let's go ahead and do this one. Just remember what is on this side of your cutter is going to be what you lose. So the part you want to keep needs to go to the left side of your cutter. Like that. Okay. So I have 1, I have 2, 3. I'm going to have 4 of those. That'll be enough for this one. Put my fold to this side. Go to 3 1/4. Now I can use those other squares, those cutoffs, for other things. They're not going to go to waste. Okay, so I've got 2 of those, and I've got, okay. Oh, I didn't fold that one very good, did I? There we go. Well, maybe not. I couldn't cut straight without my trimmer if my life depended on it. I'm telling you. It's true. I couldn't do it. They'd have to give me an hour. Okay, and I've got one more set here. 3 1/4. Close enough. Okay, there's those. Okay. Okay, so now what we need to do, I'm going to put a couple of these in each one, and let's put 2 of the notepad, the music, 2 of the notepad, and 1 of the music, and here's where it gets tricky. I am horrible at getting stuff to stay lined up, even if I use paper clips. I'm horrible at getting stuff lined up inside my journals. So, I had a punch mat here, there it is, and my piercing mat. Now I only need 2 little holes here. They don't have to be perfect. Okay, move that out of the way. Oh, and there was paper clips I could have used. Oh, imagine that. In my binding box, where they belong. Shh, don't tell anybody. They were actually where they belonged. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put those on there for now. Even though we punctured the holes, it'll help keep things in line while I run the thread through. And I'm going to go ahead and do these with white. And I use a tapestry or embroidery needle and this big 3-way embroidery or needle threader from Genlin. You can find them at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, any place that sells embroidery supplies. Now, this is going to be really super simple. I want to come in from the back. I'm trying to see the hole, because I want my tails on the outside of the book. Okay, and then we're gonna, I want to stretch that across a little bit, because these don't have to be super strong. Just needs to hold that in place. Wish I'd brought my tweezers with me. Get that needle and tail out of the way. If I'd have thought to brought my tweezers with me, in fact, let me grab them because it will be so much easier. These aren't really the ones I wanted, but if you have a pair of those tweezers where you can hold those and it acts as an extra pair of hands, then you can hold one string down with your thumb. It's coordinating. I have had a heck of a time doing anything with my fingers lately. It seems like they just don't want to cooperate. Alright, that was working itself. But if I'd had the tweezers that stay closed and you have to open them, they'd have worked so much better. They'd have held that in place for me. I'm going to go down really tight with that, and you'll see why in a minute. Take our clothespins, take our paper clips off. And I'm going to toss my needles in the jar here before I lose those. Okay. And that gives us our little notebook. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue one of the covers on first. I tell you, if I could do anything without shaking or be able to get a hold of things today, it'd be a miracle. Okay, now, we've got that there, but I have brought along washi tape that's too thick. And in preparation for company this weekend who have to sleep in my studio, I have just put everything. So I don't want to cover up the postcard part. That's what I'm trying to avoid. So let's go with, while I like that lace and it may still get a use, let's take our washi tape and I'm going to lay this notebook open right there, and it will seal our thread. Then I can come back and clip that excess washi tape off, just like that. And you know, I still really like this down here. Let's do that. I don't know where I got this lace washi tape from, but it's a sticky backed. It's a fabric lace, but it's got a sticky strip on the back of it, just like our glue strips. Let's put it right down there at the bottom. Make sure we trim him up all nice and pretty. Okay, there's one element. We could count that as two. But, like I said, I have a point for this one. Let's grab this tissue like that. I am shaking so bad this morning, probably because I know I'm trying to hurry. And let's put that right there, a little bit of glue down here in the corner. And I want to dust this one just a little bit with some black around the edge. So if I can get it picked up, jeez. Do you ever have those days where it just seems like you're all fingers and thumbs? Like you're working with your feet or something? And I'm putting a little bit of glue on the back of that number. I'll stick him right in the center. And there is one of the 9 one of the 9 mini notebooks that we need for the August Assembly Line Junk Journal Challenge. I will have the rest of these to show off when I do the flip through of the journal, probably next Friday. While I'm here, while I'm at it, I don't think there is going to be... Oh, yes, there is. There is going to be a video on Monday. I've got it ready to roll. So I will see you back here tomorrow for Shout Out Saturday. We have Stampin' Up Sunday and a new Christmas card up and running. And then I will be back here on Monday with the vellum envelope pocket... No, the vellum pocket element for the August Assembly Line Junk Journal Challenge. Thanks for joining me in the studio today. Remember to click that little like button because I like you and I'd love to have you as a permanent member of my club. Hit the subscribe button. We're pushing for 500 subscribers by the 26th of September, and I'd love to hit that mark so I can give goodies away. And when you click that subscribe, click the all button so that you don't miss out on anything that gets uploaded on my channel. Thanks for joining me today. Creative blessings.